So I think she represents honour and dignity and service. She became queen at the age of, I think, 25. Suddenly, when her father died, she was in Kenya on safari with her husband. She had 2 young kids. And so it was quite a shock when she became queen at that age, as her father died when he was only in his 50s. So she became queen quite suddenly, and she has spent her entire life in front of the public eye. And yet, throughout that time, she has performed her duties very professionally and with that sense of patriotism towards the UK, but also to the Commonwealth. She is the most travelled monarch in history. She has been to over 120 countries. Sadly, Madagascar has not been one of them, but both her husband, Prince Philip, and her daughter, Princess Anne, have come to Madagascar. The Queen has been, for almost all the British public, we have only ever known one monarch. 70 years, the UK has changed dramatically. We no longer have an empire, we have a Commonwealth. If you look at, in 70 years ago, we didn't have the internet, there wasn't any space travel, the Berlin Wall hadn't yet even been built, let alone demolished. It was a different world. And the Queen has been the bridge between that past and our present and our future. And I think she illustrates the value of having something above politics. She has always respected her position as the head of state, as someone who can represent everyone in the UK, whatever their background, whatever their politics, whatever nation they come from. She has incarnated that, and she's been a central reason why the monarchy remains a very respected institution in the UK today. I think the Queen has been a central part in maintaining the relevance of the monarchy in the UK. As I said, one of the advantages of the monarchy, it is an institution above politics. So she has had, I think, 14 different prime ministers, starting with Winston Churchill till today. Politicians come and go, but you need something and someone who represents the country as a whole, who represents the values of the country, who can bring them together, and the Queen has performed that role. And so I think she's been part of keeping the monarchy relevant but up to date as well. So if you look at how the monarchy has its Facebook pages and Twitter and so on and so forth, and also by travelling so much, she has kept it relevant to the world. So she has been the principal diplomat of the UK all these years. She has been handing over some responsibilities to her son, Prince Charles, and to her grandson, her oldest grandson, Prince William. So you saw, for example, the opening of Parliament a few weeks ago. The first time, because the Queen was feeling not quite well enough to do it herself, Prince Charles has done it. For international travel, Prince Charles and Prince William are doing more of the international travel. So I think you are seeing a passing of the generation with more responsibilities going towards Prince Charles. And obviously Prince Charles himself is now over 70, so he has spent his whole life preparing to be monarch. Whenever that change happens, and hopefully it'll be many years hence, but whenever that change happens, I think it is well prepared for. This afternoon we're holding a big Jubilee lunch. So that's going to be similar to those which are taking place throughout the UK. Street parties where people come together to celebrate the Platinum Jubilee and enjoy British food. We will have British food here as well, but also some Malagasy food. The Foreign Minister and myself will plant a baobab in the garden, and that way we are part of the Queen's Canopy, which is a programme of tree planting which is taking place in the UK and beyond. Already more than 1 million trees have been planted, and our baobab will be part of that and will add to the collection of endemic Malagasy species that we have in our garden. And we have an exhibition here today which shows of pictures from the over 200 years of relations between the UK and the British royal family and Madagascar, to just show how the UK is both a country with a very long and proud history, but it's also a very dynamic, changing country who celebrates its past but is also committed to the present and the future.